I just built a complete $100 million offer in just 10 minutes and in less than 5 little prompts. Now, before you think that this is going to be some ChatGPT slop, you are dead wrong, because two things change completely the game in AI. And I'm going to show you everything in this video and how you can do it yourself, because you would never get this kind of output where you have all the avatar, all the offers, the big ideas, the value ladder, basically all the elements that would have took me weeks before. I get it all in one go. And that's because of this little system, the PRD system, and two massive updates that AI received. Because the old model to build the offer was to do tons of research, find who is your avatar and everything. That's good. But the difference is we have Claude Code, Claude Opus 4.5 that is way better, and we're going to use a Ralph Claude Code. So this little agent is created actually to create loops. And we have Ralph, which is a plugin that goes on top of Claude Code. Stay with me. It's going to all make sense. And instead of having to do back and forth with the prompts, this is going to execute a full to-do list and have some agents. So before I show you all the prompts that I did, basically, I have my brain that's going to create the PRD system. And that's where Claude Code is important, because it's going to build all the files and it's going to connect everything. So once we have the avatar, it's going to check for every step of our process if the avatar validates the offer or not. And on top of that, because hey, I'm French, so I'm lazy, so I wanted to be sure to have a good offer. So I asked Russell Brunson and Alex Hormozi to come for the video. Obviously, they don't even know I exist. So instead, I created an AI agent that would help to create the offer and validate everything based again on this avatar and all the elements that we create. But where do we start all this? Market research. I wanted to know, because I had a ton of requests from my friends to create a community around vibe coding and vibe marketing, because I use it for my business. And I was like, what are the offers on the market? It would take me a day to do the full research to ask someone. Here, directly just asking Claude to do that, and that's with Opus 4.5, because again, it's going to be more advanced. It went and did 17 research for me. From that, it generated a report of like all the different community, how much they charge, and roughly how much they make. Now, we want to have those ideas, right? The avatar, the offer concept, and the pricing ideas. That's going to be the only three little requirements that we're building here with Claude. So I asked it to go on Reddit to find all the elements, because I want the verbatim. And I think a lot of people complain about different AI on Reddit. And I know what are the problems. I've been vibe coding before, and then you have something that doesn't really work. So it does all the research for me. And what I love is that I have like literally sentences, exact sentences. Like all that research is super important for copywriting, because you want to reuse this vocabulary and those exact sentence in your copy, and your prospect will really feel that you understand them. And people buy only when they feel understood. So I hope you feel that I understand you, because I want you to buy from me. So now we have the key validation of our offers. Okay. And this is where I put, that's like a prompt that was not really useful, but I just showed that I find another one that was on YouTube. And then I ask also like which avatar will have more money potential. So then it goes into like the avatar and everything. Then we have our 4 avatar, because I want to build an offer just for one avatar. I could have created a system to first validate each avatar and how much they make. I might do that in another video. That will be market validation. But here I thought like, okay, I know a little bit. So then it goes, the real money will be into agency builders. So people who are going to resell a service of implementing AI, but I didn't want it to do that. So then I ask it, okay, if you had Russell Brunson and Alex Hormozi in the conversation, what would they do? We plan to do Facebook ads with a low ticket. What do you think? And then it gives us a methodology, analyze everything. And that's where it's going to be important, is the last prompt I give it. You see that the reports are like quite detailed already, right? So Now, that's the most important one. I want to use all my stories, the skills we have in Claude, and we want to use AI to improve the process. And we are going to use Ralph because Ralph has been created to code software. So you will make a product requirement details where you want to achieve this with your software and the user test it. So then you're going to create a fake user that's going to be the agent, and then Ralph going to create all the loops, validate if it works or not, then go back. And then before we had to do that manually and it was stupid. So now you change to that. But I saw Ralph, I'm like, I'm going to use that, but for marketing. So create the same loop, and then the avatar will get through each of the steps. We will have also Alex Hormozi and Russell Brunson that will go through each of the steps. So then it fetch, of course, the GitHub to see all the elements. So it's going to define the avatar with precision and everything. Okay, we have that. And what is important at the end is that we are going to get our files here, which is the prompt, the avatar, the fixed plan, and the agent. AI likes to work with .md files. They are not the best to show on screen, but we have basically, okay, the agent will provide their perspective. So that will activate the different things. We have agent Hormozi, where we see like the value equation offer. We have the simple Hormozi response. Then we have Russell Brunson. We have all our agent. And then that's where it is. The fixed plan. The first thing is to search all the information about Alex Hormozi $100 million offer. Then verify the results. Then verify the file creation. Then load the context files, which is going to be prompt, avatar.md, phase 2, research foundation. Here, we're going to go through all the elements of Hormozi to have everything. Then we go into Brunson. We have all the steps. That's a massive, extensive to-do list, right? This is way more advanced than what you would normally do, because otherwise I would be like, and now create this, and now create the lead magnet. And that doesn't make any sense. It was a waste of time. Then after it got everything, it would go through the avatar to see how it would go with the avatar. Test the lead magnet with the avatar. Test the low ticket with the avatar. You see how deep this is go. Same the avatar research. I had the .md of the avatar, right? That was created before. But then from the base that we had, we asked the AI to go and then create deeper documents, deeper knowledge to have something that exactly fits the market. That's why we have avatar that will be fully detailed. Marcus Chen, US, Canada, Australia. Marcus isn't a broke college student or someone dreaming of entrepreneurship. He's already successful in one area and want a leverage in another. This is critical for the 500K model. We need buyers, not browser, because my goal is to scale to 500K per month with this kind of offer. Otherwise, I think it's not worth my time. So we have like different income sources. We have the message targeting, the technical profile. It's a bit weird to show you this, guys, because that's literally things that I'm going to use to build offers around it for you. And I think you should always use that. And then even if you already know your avatar and everything, like if you create another one with Claude Code, with this kind of research, it's going to be way better. Why? Because Claude Code, if you give him the power, is going to be able to scrape the web. And it's super easy to use because I just had to put my files into a folder, okay? And then I had this Claude Code. You see, I opened this folder and I said, just execute everything in that folder. Find everything. So it read all the files. Then it did all the phases. It checked, okay, I have that. And we have a checklist in each document. Like if I open Alex Hormozi, you will see the application checklist. So if it doesn't check the checklist, well, it goes back to work. It does the research stage by stage. I don't need to do anything. I'm just going to scroll through because that's how it works. And at the end, it creates all the files that I showed you. Those ones are important again, because I'm going to be able to create a Claude project where I upload all those files and work with everything. Can you imagine? This is way more advanced. And this leapfrog literally your research and to focus on only one thing, which is how to simplify system, how to help your prospect. So for me, for example, this is one of the offers I created. I created 4 offers. Ship your first tool in 30 days without writing code, burning credits, or becoming a developer. The proven system for content creators who want to build AI-powered tools. Get instant access, $47. And we have the whole page. This is a HTML. The goal was just to have something visual. Obviously, you will adapt it and make it look a little bit better. But honestly, this is already pretty good. Almost paid a developer $5K for a simple tool. Those stories are true. Now I build most of the tools myself, and I build them in just 1 or 2 hours max. To give you a little teaser, I built myself this morning in an hour a bot that gave me outliers ideas for YouTube. So basically, I have a database that checks all the time when a YouTube video pops up for a creator. Then it tells me how I could adapt it to my niche. Because otherwise, I was spending not enough time on content ideas. I will be like, oh, well, I'll put it back. And then it will be maybe an hour or 2 hours a week. And then it will be just when I connect that I see that is important. But that's a problem because what you need is constant ideas. So here, every day at 5 a.m., I receive directly in my Telegram 4 ideas of YouTube videos from a model that worked and how I can replicate it to my niche. Way easier. I don't need to think about like, oh, what should I do or whatsoever. So that's one of the offer that it created. And of course, I also asked to create an offer for a Skool community where I go in details on how to implement everything. Now, this Skool community is empty because I'm going to build everything this week and see if you guys like it. Because if there's no demand, I'm not going to spend time on it. However, I still had some demand, and then you will have a special price to it. So you're going to see what I wrote with the AI, of course, improved it, and you let me know if you join or not. But basically, you will have access to the full process to go in detail with this. I will also select some people every week to help them build some tools, and it's going to be tons of stuff. I'm going to build all along, navigate, see what are the pain points, and optimize. So I'm sure that this is actually something practical. I'm tired of the BS of AI that doesn't lead anywhere. I want things that actually make me go forward, save me time, and save me resources. And this is what we do here. Let me know which system you want to see in the next video in the comments. But I will be sure one thing is to see you in the community. Ciao. Little bonus for the people who have a good attention span. Look at that. That's probably one of my favorite ones. Build tools that not just save it. So full research, positioning, offer, copy, everything. Core positioning, build AI tools that move faster, free you from employees, having conversation with Claude Code instead of fighting with code. Basically, it focuses on 4 value pillars. Make more, you know what, move faster, 10x faster. So ship in 72 hours. Your competitor is still waiting for a code. This is actually not true. Ship in 2 hours, but you're not going to believe it until I show you. Replace button pushers and I think like data entry VAs and everything, like this kind of like BS jobs. You're going to be able to remove that, kill subscription. That's like the 4 thing. Like you're going to be having so much more freedom and everything. It's crazy. So we have a unique mechanism. So the PRD first framework, I started to teach you about it. You can go and do your own research. If you can't afford the Skool group, that's not for you. That's 100% sure. You're not the target. Like it's literally for people who are going to be like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. I'm going to be like way ahead. So we have the where most people fail, using lovable cursor randomly, start prompting, spend $200 in credit. I think that's not a really strong pay point for the people I want to work with. So the PRD first, Claude Code, having AI understand, chunk build, small step, test each one. That's like one of the massive thing. And then it's a lot actually, people think it's like the tool's going to solve everything. No, it's have to change your mindset, how to think in terms of like building blocks. Every week I build a new tool for my business using Claude Code. This is a complete lie. It's pretty much every day. You watch live, you see every conversation with Claude, every iteration, every wait, that's not right moment. Like, and then you steal the template and the exact prompt. That's pretty cool. I show you how I fish and then I give you the fish. And then if you want to fish, you can do the same. We have the demographic. I hope you fit in that. Otherwise, I did something wrong on the YouTube packaging. The business types you guys can have, like your current pain. You're paying more than that. I know that. Competitors moving faster. That's not true. You guys are faster. And you're going to be even way faster. So that's why you want this. Revenue is the scoreboard and everything. I'm so transparent showing you this. It's a beautiful offer. Oh yeah, we have the value stack. Like we're gonna see which level you're interested in. Backend, that's gonna be for the future. But honestly, if I find the right people, I will do directly that. There will be, we build with you, we build for you. Accelerator, I don't think that's gonna be the price point. I think it should be more. AI Builders Lab, so that's pretty good. I like this one. That's probably the first one I'm gonna launch, and this one I'm gonna launch in the back as well for paid traffic. And then we have the customer journey, everything. I'm not sure, like I want to see like the calculator, how it will work. I will try it out. I will split. But the thing is, now that I have this space, I can ask the AI to build different pieces for each offer to really fit my needs. And that's honestly like, I work with copywriters. I pay copywriters from 5K to 15, 20, and then copywriting mastermind and stuff. I can tell you that this is good. Value stack. You get this, that for all that, but only for this price. It's a steal. Give me your honest opinion.